Can you bring us up to date, Jen? Okay. Thanks, Erin. Appreciate it. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Robin Folleen, and I would like, as we proceed now towards the awards portion of our program, to introduce you to some very special people who are going to be congratulating our award winners this evening. Beth Mullenkamp, who you met earlier, Region 2A Coordinator for the PacTech office. Dr. Dan Finley, Division Dean for Math and Industrial Technology, PCC. Dr. Dana Fuller, Division Dean, Social Sciences, PCC. And a very fine lady, Dr. Chris Charicel, our Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, PCC. It's my honor this evening to introduce to you the teachers who have nominated each of the award-winning students and who are here to present the awards to their students. So without further delay, I would like to introduce Mr. Tim Eggleston, Agricultural Technology, Banks High School.
Thank you. Erica Lepshot has been a model student and an active member of the Banks FFA chapter. She has taken horticulture, greenhouse production, animal science, natural resources, supervised agricultural experience, and been a TA for me. Erica has served as the Banks FFA and Northwest District Vice President. This past March, she earned her FFA degree, which is the highest degree the state association can bestow upon its members. She helped several teams to win chapter-level career development events, including agricultural sales this past fall, and last spring was 5th high individual in the State FFA Dairy Foods Judging Career Development event. Erica has been instrumental in helping with the Ag in the Classroom Agricultural Literacy Project, where she has helped teach nearly 500 students about agriculture. She will continue teaching people about agriculture as she enrolls in the OSU College of Agriculture this coming fall with plans to become a high school agriculture science and technology teacher. Congratulations, Erica.
Ms. Katie Robinson, Marketing, Beaverton High School.
We are pleased to nominate Abby Lines for the PCC Student of the Year Award for Beaverton High School. Abby is an incredibly kind, hardworking student who goes above and beyond to understand the subject area of marketing. Courses that she has taken in our program of study are Computer Applications 1 and 2, Marketing 1 and 2, Sports and Event Marketing, Marketing Management, and Marketing Seminar. Her time and dedication to her coursework was impressive and was placed on a team that completed an entire marketing campaign for the district's new school-based health center that has received recognition at the state level. Abby is a natural leader in the classroom and outside of it, serving as our captain on her lacrosse team. Congratulations.
For Mr. Chris Winnica, Computer Technology in Century High School, I have the honor of reading his nomination. Few students engage and wrestle with computer science topics quite like Robert Towell. Not content to simply follow along with the assignments and projects, Robert pushes the boundaries in every assignment. In addition to learning both Python and Java through Programming 1 and Programming 2, Robert taught himself C++. Rather than simply following the trend of the majority of his peers in doing a standard video game for his senior project, Robert chose to code a Mancala game in C++ and used HTML and CSS for the graphical display of the game. He explored, I hope I say this right, recursive algorithms, C++ data types and pointers, and after coding a procedural version of the game, he converted the code to an object-oriented paradigm. How many of you understood that? Robert Towell is this year's Century Student of Merit for Computer Science. He will also graduate with the Chancellor's Diploma and plans to attend Abilene Christian University, where he will study computer science in the fall. Our congratulations to Robert. He was not able to be here this evening. Ms. Christy Buswell, Culinary Arts, Century High School.
So Morgan has taken Foods and Nutrition, Marketing 1, and has just finished up Gourmet Foods with me, and will be taking Feast next year. Morgan is the type of student every teacher loves to have in class. I've been impressed with Morgan for the way that she takes initiative in class, for how she's a natural and quiet leader. She leads by example and is always doing what is right. She is kind to her peers and works well in team situations. Morgan has become a student in class that I know that I can depend on. And send anyone to make sure that she will always take care of them and make them feel comfortable. We have a couple of students with special needs in our class, and she does such a good job with them. She leads them along and makes them feel important. She is very skilled academically, socially, and physically. And she was not able to be here today, but she wanted to congratulate her. So.
Ms. Aliyah Lack, Early Childhood Education for Century High School.
So Haley has always impressed me both academically and professionally. In all 3 years that I have personally taught and worked with her in my program, she has shown true dedication and passion for working with children. She has taken and earned an A in all 3 levels of our program. She was also awarded the JAGFest Award for the ECE department. This year, most importantly, I saw her really come out of her shell and shine as a leader and an integral part of our preschool. There are so many things to say about Haley and express gratitude for. It's hard to know where to start. Haley is an exceptional student and teacher in our preschool. Oh boy, her activities always went above and beyond. She thought about all aspects and details and really made thoughtful and well-rounded lessons. She's always been truly dependable and a leader in the classroom. She was able to model and exhibit professionalism, positive guidance, and initiative every day in our classroom. Outside of class, Haley took on the responsibility of keeping parents updated on weekly preschool activities by taking control of our preschool blog. She uploaded hundreds of pictures each week, sifted through them, edited them, and designed the blog with images and captions to encompass what children had done that week. In addition, she added new elements, such as rainy, sunny day activities, to provide parents with ideas of ways they could incorporate our weekly theme at home, and also sections that highlighted teachers in our other high school teachers in our preschool so that the parents could stay connected with who was working with their children in the room. This was a very valuable way to connect with families. I can't express enough how I appreciate Haley doing this for me this year. I know Haley will be moving on to join the PCC family in her pursuit of working in education. Her exceptional academic achievements and passion for working with families and children is inspirational. And what I love most about these CTE programs is getting to work so closely with students in these hands-on programs, and I get to see an additional side to high schoolers that other teachers don't get to see. With Haley and others like her, I'm able to see the future of our society and the care and commitment they are already able to bring to the table, and I will truly miss having Haley in our classroom, but I know she's made a lasting impact on us this year and on our preschool families as well. Congratulations.
Ms. Rachel Carnes, Health Sciences. Ms. Kristen Bloomberg, Health Sciences, Century High School.
I am proud to introduce Hannah Poff as this year's CT Student of the Year for Health Services at Century High School. A lot of very intelligent students work their way through this rigorous focus program, but as I think we can all agree, we want health care professionals who are smart and caring. And Hannah embodies both. While she is undeniably a strong student, it's her genuine care and concern for others that really sets her apart. She has a unique ability to see the best in others and is more inclined to respond with empathy than judgment when evaluating others' behavior. Consequently, she will undoubtedly be the most sought-after kind of healthcare professional. The kind who really takes the time to get to know us and doesn't make us feel bad for poor choices, but rather helps us better understand ourselves with our unique strengths, weaknesses, and temptations, and inspires us to do better. I'm going to let Kristen take over from here because Kristen has some more.
Alrighty then.
Hannah is the first student that we have ever had who has completed an independent study course in addition to those required to complete the program. This included working with another teacher to update the sophomore health education curriculum and facilitating a 3-day lesson on disability. She invited several students from our life skills program to share their life experiences with the general education students and did a beautiful job leading the discussion while hitting home the message that people are people. We may have different abilities, but we're all just people who want to fit in and be treated with kindness and respect. While this may seem like an easy message to verbalize, it was Hannah's ability to actively model this respect by giving the panel participants, both of whom struggled with communication disorders, her full attention, which really stuck with her peers. Hannah has successfully completed Anatomy and Physiology Health Services 1 and Health Services 2. She completed 4 credits of medical terminology and a 24-hour internship in this year while successfully planning and organizing a family fitness night for one of our local elementary schools. Her compassion and calm demeanor puts everyone at ease, and despite what she is feeling inside, Hannah is always cool and encouraging. I have loved having her as a student, we both have, for the last 2 years, and know that she will continue to make the same positive impression on her instructors as she moves her way through college endeavors. Congratulations, Hannah.
Ms. Raya Nichols, Marketing, Century High School.
It is such a delight to have a student as well-rounded, hardworking, and ambitious as Noreen in class. Noreen has consistently performed at a high level and has always been willing to take on new challenges, such as joining DECA her freshman year and earning college credit through our computer applications course. She's one of my few 4-year DECA members, and she served as our DECA president the last 2 years, where she has been able to employ a variety of her business and marketing skills while recruiting members, disseminating information, and preparing herself and other students for competition. She has a natural ability to connect with people, she's organized and efficient in her management of tasks, and she has been a huge asset to our school community, and especially our business program. Those of us on the left side of the room here know what a privilege this job is, and it is my honor to present Noreen with this award.
Ms. Jessica Gordon, Health Sciences, Forest Grove High School.
All right, I first want to say I'm so impressed by how articulate my fellow CTE teachers are. And I want to apologize to Rena because mine is very brief. So Rena is an exceptional young woman who works very, very hard to be successful in all her science classes. She doesn't always master the unit content right away, but above and beyond every other student, she works very hard to understand even the most advanced topics in my classes. She frequently stays after school with me to clarify class topics, review tests, quizzes, homeworks, and just to hang out. She's such a sweet person. What differentiates Rena from her peers is her integrity. Rena has put a lot of additional time into her individual work with me in order to clarify and understand important concepts throughout our units in anatomy and physiology to improve her results on exams and projects. Rena's self-advocacy in this has demonstrated maturity beyond her years. She is humble in her pursuit of academic excellence and constantly striving to be the best student she can be. Her persistence to achieve is indicative of future success, both at the university level and beyond. She also stands out in her ability to work with others, often taking leadership roles in small group situations. She is kind and courteous, in addition to being driven to be successful. Whenever I group students for lab work, I know I can put Rena with any personality. She is a reassuring teacher to struggling students, as well as an inquisitive learner among other academically gifted students. Rena's warm personality encourages group cohesiveness, and her spirit truly lights up a room. You cannot tell this from Rena's accomplishments and transcript, but her presence in the classroom is without comparison. She is a joy to have in class. Congratulations, Rena.
Nomination by Ms. Jamie Dyke, Manufacturing Technology, Forest Grove High School. Jake has been involved in medals classes at Forest Grove High School since his sophomore year. He rose to the top of his class in medals 1, 2, and 3, and then designed and built a gun safe for his senior project in medals 4. This year, Jake competed in the general knowledge contest at Lane Benton Community College Industrial Skills Contest, which included reading blueprints and fabricating a part. He is currently taking medals 4 for the second time and also serving as my teaching assistant in medals 1. Jake does a great job as serving as my TA because he is very patient, helps the students become more confident, especially in the areas of arc welding. Jamie Dykes, congratulations to Jacob. Ms. Teresa Savoy, Office Systems, Forest Grove High School.
Christian Vanderjagt has been an outstanding student in all of our Forest Grove High School's computer applications courses. He not only has exceeded expectations in all of them, but has come back to TA in my webpage class 2 times. He's an exemplary student that enjoys working with others to help them be successful. He is a leader not only in the classroom, but in and after-school endeavors, including the robotics team. His technical skills go beyond most students in that he has an amazing motivation to learn whatever he needs to know on his own and to push himself to take on difficult tasks and solve problems. Christian's senior project exemplifies his creativity and his abilities to learn far beyond what he is given. He has created a website to help other students help other students. He is truly a model of inspiration and character to all that know him, and we will miss him in our webpage classes. Congratulations, Christian.
Mr. Wade Sims, Construction Technology, Gaston High School.
Cole Weibel is the hardest working student in any of my classes. He understands how to listen to directions and then is able to build and fill in the blanks on his own. He has built 3 sculpted chairs in 2 years and was an invaluable asset to the completion of the Bowman House cabinets this year. Congratulations, Cole.
For Mr. Rob Brower, Manufacturing Technology in Glencoe High School. Carson Miller is an exemplary example of a career and technical education student in manufacturing technology. Carson has gone above and beyond what most students are willing to do in order to achieve as much as possible. He has taken machine welding 1 and 2 at Glencoe and has been a very active member of the Glencoe robotics team. The Glencoe team, Shockwave 448, placed in the top 20 teams of 600 teams participating at the world competition at the first Technical Challenge, First World Championships in St. Louis this spring. He is definitely a leader in my class and on the robotics team as well. It is my pleasure to honor him with his award. Congratulations, Carson. For Mr. Tom Baker, Engineering Health Science School. Hannah is not here with us this evening to cross the stage because she is graduating this evening with the other students at the Health Science School. But this is Mr. Baker's nomination. Hannah Mead is the 2015 CTE Student of Year from Health Science School Engineering Department. Health and Science is a 6 through 12 Beaverton School District option school which focuses on in-depth engineering and biomedical programs of study. Hannah has excelled in all 5 year-long engineering classes offered at HS2, consisting of classes in 3D modeling, engineering principles, digital circuit design, computer science, and student-directed engineering capstone. Hannah's engineering capstone group is developing a portable forced air filtration system that helps alleviate the effects of secondhand cigarette smoke. Hannah is graduating this evening, first in her class with a perfect 4.0 unweighted GPA. She has held many leadership positions in HS2, including yearbook, prom, GSA club, and has been instrumental in pretty much every mural and art installation in the school. She recently received the Regional Award for Aspirations in Computing from the National Center for Women and Information Technology. Hannah enjoys designing her own clothing and is also part of a rock band. And unfortunately, she's not here for us to applaud her tonight, but let's give her a hand anyway. Mr. Glenn Campbell, Automotive Technology in Hillsborough High School.
Zach Dalen has been an excellent leader in what he does in the automotive program. Zach's completed Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and done an outstanding job at each level. He works all the time in class and has taken on extra projects in addition to completing assigned projects. Zach has also completed a restoration project on a 1967 Chevy pickup that he did at home in his own shop. Oh, sorry, 68, hey, you know. This is a major undertaking with the help of his dad. He completed this outstanding project, although I think it's still under some completion. Zach is also involved in Boy Scouts and is working on his Eagle Scout. He's been an excellent example in my class and in Hillsborough High School. Congratulations.
Mr. Paul Hansen for Jessica Ackerman, Early Childhood Education, Liberty High School.
Christina Lopez is an inspirational example to peers, young preschoolers, and elementary students. Her success is not only due to her intellect, but her ability to reflect and wonder about the world that surrounds her. She has an abundance of support from her family, ensuring her dreams become reality. This summer, Christina will be presenting her community outreach project entitled Predetermined Normality from Society in Washington, D.C. at the National Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America Conference. This young lady never has an idle moment, always making a difference throughout the Hillsborough community. Congratulations, Christina. And also from Liberty High School, Miss Lauren Nguyen. It is a great pleasure that I get to recognize Lauren Nguyen on behalf of Miss Ramona Ta, who has had the pleasure of working with her in 5 science courses over the past 3 years, including AP Chemistry, Anatomy and Physiology, Health Services 1, Health Services 2, and Medical Terminology through PCC Dual Credit Program. When thinking about this young lady, a few words come to mind: compassionate, hardworking, and determined. She took every opportunity to engage in learning and helping others throughout her high school years. In robotics, she is an excellent team player who is involved in brainstorming, building, planning, and troubleshooting. As a volunteer, she could have been the one greeting you at Kaiser Medical Center in a multitude of departments, depending on the time of year you were there. On the sports field, she was a trusted team player. Without any doubt in my mind, she is one of the most well-fit students to enter a university program in preparation for a later career in medicine. Lauren has consistently demonstrated higher-order thinking and great problem-solving abilities in science and math. Lauren has been constantly seeking experiences to learn. She pursued every venue to be one of the most college-ready students I've encountered in the past 5 years, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. It is my pleasure to recognize her as the 2015 PAC Student of the Year for Health Services at Liberty High School. Congratulations, Lauren.
Ms. Robin Grabhorn, Early Childhood Education, Scappoose High School.
Caitlin has been a part of our early childhood education program for all her high school years. She is a top-level student in the preschool classroom. Her leadership skills are amazing as she works with her peers to help them become the best buddies that they can be. Caitlin never settles for average work. She always goes above and beyond when working with her buddy or any other activity in the classroom. Her vision in the classroom is amazing, and she has been a great help when making decisions that directly affect the preschool program and the CTE students. Caitlin plans on becoming a child life specialist. I wish her the very best as she continues her education to reach her goals. I'm excited to watch her grow and learn as she moves on to the next chapter of her life. Congratulations, Caitlin.
For Mr. Greg Kilborn, Manufacturing Technology, Scappoose High School, I would like to recognize Patrick as the most outstanding student in the Scappoose Manufacturing Technology program of study. It has been my pleasure to have him as a student. His behavior, attitude, work ethic, ability have made him stand out above all other students this year. Patrick has completed 7 classes in manufacturing technology, including drafting and computer-aided design, and 4 technical skill assessments, passing each. He leaves the program with a program GPA of 3.83. Oh yes, he did get 1 B, but to be fair, I'm told it's my worst class. Patrick's commitment to the classes and projects were exceptional. He came in early, he stayed late, he always completed what he started. The projects he constructed were gauges for many of the other students in quality and complexity. He exhibits the attributes of a model employee: being on time every day, working well with others, willing to work, wanting to work, and I wish him well on his next adventures. Congratulations. Ms. Allison Meadows, Agricultural Technology, Sherwood High School.
Mr. Moran is a responsible, trustworthy, and motivated towards success. In the past 2 years, Tim has completed all 3 levels of our metal fabrication program, building a custom fire pit for the Bowman House. He can be counted on to complete projects with thought, care, and on time. Tim is no stranger to hard work, even stating, "Anything to help you out, Meadows," when going above and beyond to get supplies or finish a task. Mr. Moran is undoubtedly a well-rounded individual who takes advantage of all opportunities given to him. He has been encouraging while inspiring others to achieve their goals. Congratulations, Tim.
Mr. Terrell Smith, Computer Technology, Sherwood High School.
Jeffrey Doss has achieved a 4-point GPA at Sherwood High School and has taken most of the classes available in the computer science department, including AP Computer Science. His skills include Java, HTML, CSS, Swift, JavaScript, and Python. Jeffrey spent 2 trimesters building a relational online database as a project through Innovation Academy during his junior year. Jeffrey is one of the leaders of the esports club, which you may never have heard of such a thing, but it's quite chaotic actually at Sherwood High School. During the summer of 2014, Jeffrey was selected to attend the National Student Merit Conference in Berkeley, California. This last spring, he was awarded the Kumin International Math Award, and during his senior year, Jeffrey has presented at several PLT conferences for the Oregon Department of Education to adults, demonstrating a program called Guru, which is an open source curriculum repository resource for teachers and students. Jeffrey has been awarded the Presidential Scholarship Award at OSU Honors Program for the fall of 2015. Nice work, Jeffrey.
Mr. Clark Verand. For John Dickover, Construction Technology, Sherwood High School.
It's a pleasure to present this on behalf of John because I've had Dayton in several classes and as well as coaching him on the baseball field, and he is a top quality young man. He couldn't make it tonight, so we're happy to have his parents accept on his behalf. Dayton Vaughn is one of the most unique young men I've come across in my 17 years in the educational field. Among his exceptional work ethic, Dayton has numerous other traits that make him a special individual. Dayton is thoughtful of others and always eager to help when he sees that assistance is needed. Coupled with his high level of intelligence, his loyalty, dedication to perfection, and tough-willed attitude, Dayton has the world at his fingertips. As an educator, I felt as though I had won the lottery by having the opportunity to have Dayton in my classes these past 4 years. Without a doubt, I know that Dayton will be a strong contributor to society. No matter what professional avenue he decides to conquer. Small spelling. However, more importantly, Dayton will be a contributor to society, societally, and as a family member. Congratulations and best of luck, Dayton. The Sherwood High School CTE Engineering Student of the Year is Austin Tietzort. During his time with us, Austin took every engineering course Sherwood High offers, Engineering 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as well as serving as a teaching assistant, academic tutor, and being a go-to student for a wide variety of special projects that ended up in the hands of his engineering teacher. In one of those projects, he used his skill and expertise on the ShopBot to assist the Sherwood School District artist in residence in creating three-dimensional wooden cutouts for a mural at one of our elementary schools. In addition to engineering classes, he also took Woods 1 and 2, advanced construction, welding, and small engine technology on his way to becoming one of our top student experts on both the Metal Shop's PlasmaCam and the Wood Shop's ShopBot. Austin's passion is CNC machines of all types, and he has tuned, troubleshot, and repaired most of the ones we have on campus, as well as training other students on their use. He also immersed himself in other available technologies, such as desktop 3D printing and vinyl cutting, often finding and resolving issues with those machines before his instructors knew anything was wrong with them. In addition to his scholastic and technical pursuits, he played fullback, outside linebacker, and punted for the very successful Sherwood Bowman football team and has participated in track. Last summer, Austin secured a position in a 3-year-long machinist internship at Boeing in Gresham, and after graduation plans to continue working there while pursuing an associate's degree in machining before moving on to earning an engineering degree. Congratulations, Austin.
Ms. Andrea Ellis for Ms. Paula Jacobs, Health Careers, Southridge High School.
I'm honored to recommend to you Kathy Armstrong, our senior student. And by way of explanation, you're going to see me up here 3 times tonight because we serve 5 high schools. So I'm going to read Ms. Jacobs' notes on Kathy, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what it was like to have Kathy as a senior student. I promise I'll tell the truth. Kathy Armstrong is a commended health careers student. She has completed all coursework, certifications, and at least 65 hours of clinical observations in our program. So the coursework is medical terminology, a year of anatomy, Health 252, a professional rescuer's card, coursework in vascular disease, small cell lung cancer, diabetes 1 and 2, and all of her senior rotations. That's true of all the students I'll present tonight. Kathy is known to the health careers faculty as a thoughtful and insightful learner. On her recent rotations in clinical nutrition, the department manager said, "To a person, every professional in this department has been impressed by her maturity, her reasoning, and her interest in health science." My comments that I'd like to add regarding that clinical rotation is that for years, that particular department has been run by a doctor that did not believe that our high school students could understand what was going on in her ICU. And I've taught 21 years. I have never received a phone call from that doctor until this year. And what she said to me was, "To a person, we love her. To a person, everyone in the department has had to go home and look something up." She asked such great questions, and I believe she's been offered an internship this summer. Is that true? Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
Ms. Tamara Mullen, Marketing, Southbridge High School.
It's my privilege and with great pride that I introduce TJ Barth to all of you. TJ moved to Oregon from Iowa? Not Iowa. Omaha, Nebraska, during his senior year. He has accomplished career infotech and accounting 1-2, business management, and IB business management, business leadership. TJ requested that I write him a letter of recommendation for the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. I was happy to do this for TJ due to his mastery of subject and business, and the fact that TJ was already occupied with his own business idea. Do you need your windows cleaned? So much so that I relayed a message to his parents that TJ was distracted with this, and I really couldn't complain due to the fact that he was applying business concepts and theory to real life. On April 9th, TJ informed me that he won and earned first place overall for the Young Entrepreneur Academy in the state of Oregon. This qualified TJ to advance to regionals in Phoenix, Arizona. TJ's business is a clear drop window cleaning in our fine state, and this could be very seasonal. TJ impressed upon me with his foresight for the issue of starting and offering gutter cleaning and Christmas light installation during the rainy season to ensure growth of his business. In our business leadership class, TJ has shared his real-life experiences with the class in order for the class to understand different business theories or concepts. I am confident that TJ has a very impressive future in business, and I will be able to claim I knew him when. Congratulations, TJ.
Mr. Mike Herdrich, Automotive Technology, St. Helens High School.
It is with great pleasure that I get to nominate Sean Balmetti to receive our CTE Student of the Year Award in St. Helens High School's Automotive Technology Program of Study. I've had the privilege of working with Sean since his sophomore year as a first-year automotive technology student, and in that time he has shown remarkable maturity, professionalism, and talent. Sean's most recent accomplishment this year is his first place score in our Ford AAA troubleshooting qualifying contest, ensuring the opportunity to compete for our 14th straight year in the hands-on portion of that contest. Sean's most recent accomplishment in the shop is he's our top flat rate producing technician. He's earned over 50 hours of tool credits in our program, and he's just recently ordered a nice toolbox full of tools from Snap-on Tools. Sean's also one of a handful of students called on by our administrators to escort visiting dignitaries to show off our CTE programs, of which we're very proud. He's always quick to lend a hand to other techs in the class and has been a mentor to younger classmen throughout the school. Most recently, he helped with the outdoor school program, which we're still pleased to be able to offer. After school, so if he hasn't done enough already, Sean is employed as a full-time tech with Columbia River Honda in St. Helens. He's maintained a 3.8 GPA in all but one class and has missed only one day of my class this year to non-school related activities. In short, I think Sean demonstrates all the qualities business leaders seek in their most promising and fastest rising employees. Congratulations, Sean.
Mr. Joe Mock, Construction Technology, St. Helens High School.
What's really good about this picture is all the other students brought in one board at a time. In 10 years of teaching, I have never had a student with such intrinsic motivation, good morals, and high level of skill all at the same time, and so it is with great pleasure that I give this award tonight. I am very proud of the experiences and awards I was able to share with David and the maturity he was able to share with my other students. David has won Student of the Month several times, class awards for best project in the class, and took first place at Skills USA in carpentry the last 2 years in a row. In a few weeks, he will be traveling down to Louisville, Kentucky to compete at nationals for the second time as well. David has taken woodworking, advanced woodworking, building construction, and independent carpentry. He has been a presenter for the 8th graders, covered machine safety with new students, worked independently on making the class better, and generally raised the bar for all other students as to what they can achieve. David has received credits in the St. Helens program from PCC's dual credit and hopes to become a general contractor later in life. Please join me in congratulating David Bear.
Miss Jackie Martin, Culinary Arts, St. Helens High School.
I would like to tell you about a very special culinary student who has been very helpful for me. I'm kind of nervous. Since this is my first year teaching at St. Helens High School, it was challenging for me to get settled into my new community, district, and school. This special young lady put a tremendous amount of extra time during class and volunteered outside of class to help out whenever she could to get things completed without being asked. When the Lions Cafe at St. Helens High School opened this year, Jessica showed her initiative, business skills in addition to her culinary skills by practically taking charge. She helped with decorating, providing templates to develop the menus, and giving that extra hand in making everything work smoothly. Along with her culinary courses, teen cuisine, and catering, she has also been involved in the marching band for 4 years and winter percussion for 2 years. I also found out recently that she has been raising money, thousands of dollars for the band in buying supplies, which was fantastic. Jessica has plans set for her future, attending PCC to receive her 2-year degree in business and then to attend a culinary arts school, continuing to grow her knowledge and abilities toward her plan of opening her own business in the pastry dessert career field. I only wish that Jessica could be around next year to participate in the Chef School Level 1 class, providing her diligence, organization, and hard work. I know that this young lady will be a great asset to our community and will be successful in whatever she attempts. Congratulations, Jessica.
Ms. Martine Barnett, Early Childhood Education, St. Helens High School.
Amber has been involved with the Early Childhood Education program at St. Helens High School since her sophomore year. In that time, she's taken all of the required courses in our program of study, in addition to being a student employee in our on-site childcare. As an employee of Cubs Corner Childcare, she's been highly reliable and hardworking. She sees what needs to be done, from cleaning tasks to engaging with a child, and takes the initiative to jump right in. She's formed relationships with infants, toddlers, and preschool-age children, engaging with each group on their level and always with complete sincerity. When at work in the child care, Amber was always professional, putting her personal life aside, and being fully present with the children. This is a rare quality among people her age. I think this truly speaks to Amber's strength of character, that even through her toughest challenges in high school, she was a dedicated and committed child care worker and student. Even with all the hours spent in Cubs Corner, Amber managed to also play softball and be part of student leadership. Her junior year, she was recognized for her outstanding academic achievement for both health and family consumer science. And she will be attending PCC Rock Creek in the fall to work towards a career path in radiology, which I'm sure she will do wonderful with.
Ms. Bonnie Adams, Manufacturing Technology, St. Helens High School.
There are many reasons that my candidate, Devin Dunn, stood out from his fellow classmates. He is by far my most accomplished student, completing 4 levels of manufacturing classes, 3 years of independent study, and served 2 years as a teacher's aide. Our program combines welding and machining into one program. The first 2 years are designed to teach students common hand and power tools, lathe, milling, basic plasma cam, stick welding, MIG welding, and TIG welding. Students who continue into their 3rd and 4th levels choose one of these areas to focus on. Devin not only completed all of the basic skills, but also sought advanced skills in both machining and welding. He has advanced skills on the lathe, the mill, the plasma cam, sorry about this guys, MIG and welding. He can easily take a project from conception through complete fabrication. Not only has Devin taught himself, he openly shares his knowledge with other students and is a true team player. Over the past 4 years, he has completed or assisted on several projects. When in need, we call on Devin. His projects include several specialty tools for the machine and auto shop. He milled beautiful aluminum boxes for his mom. On the lathe, he made a brass stacking screwdriver set, and for his senior project, he deconstructed an 18-foot travel trailer and converted it into a car trailer. Because Devin is so versatile, I am trying to convince him to become a CTE instructor, but whatever he chooses, I know he will do a great job. It is my honor to present Devin Dunn as St. Helens Manufacturing Student of the Year. Congratulations.
Wasn't sure Mr. Tolzman was going to make it, and I'll let him tell you why. Mr. Kyle Tolzman, Office Systems, St. Helens High School.
Was I supposed to tell them why?
Why?
I haven't been to school Monday or Tuesday. We welcomed our daughter into this world on Sunday at 11 a.m., so if I misspeak, it's because I'm delirious. But this is about Brandon. Sorry about that, Brandon. Today, I'd like to recognize Brandon Jones for his excellence and dedication to the St. Helens High School business program. In the Office Systems program of study, Brandon has completed Business Tech 1, Business Tech 2, Business Principles, Business Management, and Marketing. He has also taken other business classes that I teach, been my TA, and is currently taking independent study for web design. Brandon has recently gained an internship in web design and programming at Clock Tower Media in Seattle, Washington, and uses his independent study time to prepare himself for his internship. Clock Tower has seen Brandon's potential and is investing in his future. I can't wait to see his growth in the coming year. Brandon was also the 2014 Business Student of the Year. This award goes to the best all-around business student at St. Helens High School. His attention to detail, timeliness, and ability to think before he creates puts him head and shoulders above his peers. I wish Brandon the best of luck in the future as he pursues his dream of becoming a website designer and developer. Please give a round of applause for the 2015 St. Helens High School Office Systems Student of the Year, Brandon Jones.
For Mr. Jason Galbraith, Computer Technology, Sunset High School. He was not able to be here this evening, nor is Pretoria Chang his nominee, because tonight is Sunset's graduation. So for Pretoria, Chang has grown a lot over her course and time at Sunset High School. She started out as an intimidated, although clever, student in robotics and Java programming, and has become one of the leaders in our program. Last year, she helped to organize a middle school girls-only technology camp, and this year is the primary leader. Pretoria is extremely good at working with others and keeps a positive attitude, even the most challenging problems. This leadership quality really sets her apart from her peers, and this is why she deserves to be our Sunset Technology CTE Student of the Year. Congratulations to Pretoria. Okay, Mr. Steve Fulton, Computer Technology, Tigard High School.
I'm here to present a young man by the name of Andrew Nosler. He has completed every course there is of computer science and information technology at our Career Technology School of Study at Tigard High School. 3.58 overall average. Yes, he did get a B or two, but that's all right. Along the way, he has picked up 5 professional, scratch that. Sorry, he picked up his 6th professional certification, including the Computer Technology Industry Association's CompTIA Strata for IT technicians, the Microsoft Technology Associate Certifications for operating systems, network fundamentals, security fundamentals, server fundamentals, and most recently, web design. He's completed all of the THS courses in computer science, including web design, game programming, C++ programming, and just recently finished the APCS course for Java programming. How did you do on that test anyway? Oh, okay. Well, we're waiting for that score now. It should be out sometime in July. All of this should earn him up to 6 hours of computer science credit at the university he elects to attend, although rumor has it that he's already been picked up to go to some small school down in Eugene called the University of Oregon, where he intends to study physics. While earning all these accolades, Mr. Nosler also participated in the building and maintenance of 4 40-seat laboratories within our high school. We maintain and build all our own stuff, and the students are the ones that actually take care of all that stuff. His efforts over the last 4 years, together with his peers, and many times all of those peers operating under his personal leadership, resulted in savings to the taxpayers of over $150,000. To put it another way, he's paid my salary for the last 3 years. Just imagine what he'll be able to accomplish in the real world, especially after he finishes that college degree. Congratulations, Andrew.
Mr. Chuck Lottie, Digital Arts, Tigard High School.
Thank you. I'm presenting this evening to Mr. Cameron Reed. Cameron has completed digital art 1, 2, 3, and 4 at Tigard High School, and in addition has taken our digital photography class. He's maintained a rigorous academic schedule in addition to his elective pursuits and demonstrated academic excellence in all areas. In our digital art sequence, Cameron continually challenged himself to work beyond the basic scope of the class. He demonstrated to other students the traits of a self-starter. Cameron's classmates have benefited from his ambitious explorations of three-dimensional graphics and animation. And I learned from his folks tonight, he's leaving the cloudy climes, well, it's not actually cloudy here right now, of Oregon for Montana State this coming fall. So big sky country. Congratulations, Cameron Reed.
For Sue Suttich, Marketing, Tigard High School, neither Sue nor her nominee, Cassie Reardon, were able to come this evening. A business gal for sure, Cassie Reardon has taken a total of 10 business classes while in high school. Introduction to Business and Marketing, Sports Marketing, Personal Finance, Accounting, Wealth Management, and many more. She has excelled in every class because she is a very hard worker and very competent. Cassie does quality work, helps others, takes on responsibilities, and truly enjoys learning about all aspects of the business world. She has also been very involved in the Future Business Leaders of America Club, also known as FBLA, at Tigard High School for 2 years. She was an FBLA publicity officer this year and earned a $1,500 FBA Oregon Foundation scholarship. At FBLA State, this year she was in the top 3 in her events and earned the Future Award for Business Achievement. I am so happy to have had Cassie in my classes. All of the business teachers in high school have enjoyed her spirit and respect. We know Cassie will do great things in the business world and look forward to seeing her go out and get started. So congratulations to Cassie. unable to attend due to prior family commitments. Ms. Jill Hubbard, Computer Technology, Tualatin High School.
Stephanie Hughes was a student in my Computer Science 1 and Computer Science 2 classes. Stephanie was one of a small group of students who completed additional challenges and advanced learning objectives to earn 8 college credits in computer science. Stephanie is also an IB student and as such academically pushes herself by taking the most rigorous courses offered at our school. Stephanie has led our FTC robotics team for the past 2 years. She plans team meetings, manages team projects to ensure progress and success, facilitates communication between team members and industry mentors, and maintains a positive and collaborative team environment. Stephanie is a champion for other young women by actively recruiting girls to join robotics and sharing her experiences with others. For the past 2 years, Stephanie has been the recipient of a National Center for Women and Information Technology, NCWIT, Aspirations in Computing Award for Oregon and Southwest Washington. Stephanie was one of 25 young women recognized as being in the forefront of technology in the Pacific Northwest region. She took this opportunity to make further connections, volunteering for Girls Get IT, or Girls Get It, a technology summer camp for girls held at Hillsborough High School as a way to expose other young women to engaging, hands-on engineering learning experiences. Most importantly, Stephanie is kind and considerate, always has a positive attitude, has high expectations for herself, encourages those around her to put forth their best effort. She will be missed greatly at Tualatin High School next year. Great job, Stephanie.
Okay, and we're going to ask Mr. James McCaffrey to do the next 3 nominations. I'll let you introduce who you're reading.
Okay, fine. I'm happy to be here for Miss Heidi Larson. Heidi couldn't be here, and also her student could not be here. But these are Heidi's words about Miss Sierra Gregg. I've had the pleasure of working with Sierra Gregg for the past 4 years. She has completed all 4 levels of culinary art classes, therefore completing the ProStart program. Sierra has a very peaceful demeanor in the kitchen, which is a very mature attribute for her age. She can manage large and small groups of students to get kitchen tasks done in an efficient manner. She has participated in many of our catering events representing the school with great pride. Sierra is also involved with the Drama Tech program at the high school. Sierra was our 2013 Grand Prize Gingerbread House winner, fabulous contest that Heidi holds on campus, creating a masterpiece Doctor Who house. Currently, Sierra is taking our new class, Culinary Management. While Sierra does not need this credit to graduate, she's taken this class to continue to support the active culinary arts program at the high school, which involves operating a cafe, student store, and various catering projects around the school. Sierra works independently during this time. I'm always impressed with the amount of work she gets done and the extra tasks she accomplishes without being asked. Sierra has participated the last 2 years in the highly competitive Oregon ProStart Culinary Competition, where her team has taken both 5th and 8th place. Sierra will be pursuing her culinary adventures next year at the Oregon Culinary Institute. She's excited about her experience and opportunities to expand her master and her skills. I'm honored to recommend Sierra as the ProStart Student of the Year. Sierra has embraced all that ProStart program has to offer. I'm excited to watch her adventures in the culinary industry unfold. It's been an honor to be part of her high school culinary experience. The Tualatin High School culinary program will greatly miss her next year. As Robin said, I'm Mr. Jim McCaffrey. I'm the Department Chair of CTE Education at Tualatin High School, and I'm here to introduce to you Mr. Tucker Leneve for Finance and Accounting. By the way, parents, that picture with the pencil behind his ear and holding the calculator up,
I made him do that. He would not do that on his own. He's too cool for that, but that's what I like about Tucker. Tucker has successfully completed Accounting 1, Accounting 2, Marketing 1, and Marketing 2 in 2 different programs of study at Tualatin High School, and his senior year will move to our capstone course of Advanced Business Procedures. As a junior, he is the 2015 Oregon Future Business Leaders of America Accounting 2 state champion. He also placed second in the state in personal finance. Has also qualified for national competitions in Chicago this year. As a sophomore, he placed 4th in the state in Accounting 1. Tucker's classroom contributions are many. He has true leadership skills with an innate ability to raise the energy and productivity of any group in which he's a member. Imagine just for a moment the academic diversity in today's high school classroom. He has, at times, sat next to other students that were not doing as well. I have observed on many occasions Tucker's willingness to help those other students and tutor them along. As his instructor, I truly believe that uncovers an even greater quality within him. In our CTE department, there are 5 distinct and different business entities managed by our students. For his upcoming senior year, Tucker has been named the Chief Financial Officer of all 5 entities. This will require him to help in the development of each business's accounting process, working with each business's executive team, and they will ultimately all roll up into his financial statements. It is my pleasure to name him as Tualatin High School's CTE Student of the Year in Finance and Accounting. It is my honor as well to stand here on behalf of Ms. Veronica Salisbury, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Will Newman for our Marketing Student of the Year. In Ms. Salisbury's words, it is with great pleasure that I nominate Will Newman, CTE Student of the Year of our marketing program. Will has successfully completed 7 different business classes during his high school career. Those classes include Introduction to Business, Marketing 1, Marketing 2, Accounting 1 and Accounting 2, Business Math, and Advanced Business Procedures. During his senior year, Will has taken on the responsibility of running our newest business on campus, the Wolf Cafe. During this time, Will has voluntarily opened the cafe at 7 a.m. every morning for the entire school year. Shocking for a high school. Those weren't Veronica's words, those were mine, Will. He has taken on 2 additional independent study classes to ensure the cafe is running successfully. Will has demonstrated unparalleled leadership skills, initiative, and passion to learn about a running small business. The Wolf Cafe would not have a successful first year of business without Will and his dedication. She truly appreciates his effort, and if I could add just one other thought about Will, as the advanced accounting teacher at Tualatin High School, I too have spent a full year with Will, and he in that arena is exceptionally talented as well. So, Will, well done. Congratulations.
Mr. Furl Kamakala, Computer Technology, Westview High School.
I nominate QB Okaya for this award because he enjoys working with technology and working on various projects. He built a new 3D printer and helped with the maintenance of both 3D printers in our program. He volunteers as our IT assistant during study hall and keeps all computers in our school's labs running. Whenever anyone has a problem with anything technology related, he is always the one happy to help. In his spare time, he enjoys fixing and building computers, audio equipment, and other electrical devices. So far, he's built a custom computer, a radio amplifier from ground up, a 3D printer from computer scraps, and much more. He's the type of person that would much rather fix or build something new than to buy something from the store. He's been a big help around here at Westview, and he keeps our school running 365. Congratulations, QB.
Ms. Laura Wells, Culinary Arts, Westview High School.
It is my honor to introduce Kaylin Ines as the CTE Student of the Year in Culinary Arts. Kaylin has been involved in hospitality management and culinary arts pathway for 4 years at Westview High School. She received Most Outstanding Junior of the Year in Culinary Arts at Westview in 2014. She received Most Outstanding Senior of the Year in Culinary Arts this year, 2015. For 2 years, she's represented Westview High School in the ProStart State Competition and in the Skills USA Leadership and Skills Competition in Culinary Arts. Kaylin was named leader from her teammates as she took the team to the highest placement for the Westview history at the state ProStart competition this year. Kaylin placed third in Culinary Arts in the Skills USA competition last year and was able to beat that by taking first this year and going to nationals in June. Kaylin has her time filled by interning with Bon Appetit at Intel. She's a teacher assistant for Culinary Arts Department at Westview and is involved in church activities. She will be furthering her education by attending Oregon Culinary Institute this fall. She has been a major contributor to my program, and I will miss having her help and enthusiasm. Thanks, Kaylin, for all of your hard work and dedication.
Ms. Lisa Weisenfluh, Early Childhood Education, Westview High School, with 2 nominations.
Melody couldn't be here tonight. She's actually on a flight to Germany for a month. She just graduated last night, so I'm going to read a little something on behalf for her. It takes a big heart to help shape little minds. This quote hangs above the entrance into the child development classroom at Westview High School. Every day, these 2 individuals, because I have two nominations tonight, walked underneath this sign and dedicated themselves to teaching in our on-site Little Wildcats preschool. This was the first year of operation, and these 2 students gave an immense amount of time and effort to make sure we provided a high-quality preschool to our community. Brooke and Melody completed all 4 levels of coursework in this career pathway: Early Childhood and Family Education, Child Development 1, 2, and 3. Through this coursework, they received 5 college credits through Portland Community College. They were also both recipients at the Westview High School Child Development Pathway Student of the Year Award. And now I was going to share a little bit about Melody. Melody decided to be my teacher assistant during first period, which she had to give up her late arrival, which in your senior year, you know that's difficult. She decided to do this to help me out in the morning with the preschool students and my Child Development 1 class, who were mostly made up of sophomores. As thinking ahead, I would ask her if she wouldn't mind doing something and turn around and it would already be done. So it was pretty incredible. She was actively engaged in the child development coursework and made sure to apply theory to practice while working with the preschoolers. During the second half of the preschool year, a new little preschooler was added, and without hesitation, she took him under his wing. So I want to congratulate Melody. And Brooke Lindley. Brooke has always been dedicated to serving others, has a contagious personality, is a high-level thinker, and was always engaged in course curriculum. Throughout her senior year, she was a mentor teacher for special needs students in our building. She always goes the extra mile to make these individuals feel part of the Westview School community. During the preschool year, she was busy teaching not just 1 child, but 2 children. Her unconditional love and compassion assisted these children to mastering developmental goals and to prepare them for their kindergarten years and beyond. Dr. Seuss wrote, "Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive that is younger than you, that is youer than you." Brooke made an everlasting impact to the child development pathway at Westview, and I wish her lifelong success, and I'm hoping that after she goes to college, she comes back and interns with me, because she said she wants to, so. Congratulations.
Mr. Scott Guthrie, Film and Digital Arts, Westview High School.
Julian Santizo is amazing.
He is self-motivated, he strives for perfection, he is tenacious to get there and never loses his cool over a problem while creating a project. He's a high school student working at a professional level. Julian has successfully completed Film 2, Film Seminar, Advanced Video Production, and Web Design 2, I believe along with being a TA, right? He helps me in every class. Julian's plans for the future are simple: travel a little and keep pursuing his dream and becoming a motion graphics designer. It was funny typing the word becoming because he already is. Just a couple more things. Julian has been a godsend in my classroom. His calm demeanor has helped me through my Guthrie freakouts when camera gear is missing. The only thing that I ask of the Santizo clan, I think they're up there somewhere, there they are, is that his brother, who is, Julian just graduated, his brother, Sebastian, I have him for another year, but I think that's the end of the Santizos at Westview, so we need to work on that somehow. All right? Congratulations, Julian.
And again, Miss Andrea Ellis for Dr. Matt Banya, Bea, Health Careers, Westview High School.
Please congratulate Tracy, our CTE Student of the Year for Westview High School. Tracy is an outstanding health careers senior and has, of course, completed all of our coursework and endless demands. Agreed? Yes. Tracy is a role model for other students in her professional behavior and attitude, and all year, Tracy demonstrated a passion for science, in particular biochemistry. And what I'm going to say is I think, and when Aaron was talking tonight, I thought of Tracy, because I think biochemistry was trying to tap Tracy on the shoulder, and she just didn't really want to listen. And then finally, when she did, she fell in love. She, of all my afternoon students, whenever I was teaching science, asked me for more biochemical pathways. Could we have some more of that? And the other students were like, really? She has an aptitude as a future primary provider, and by the way, she has a tremendous talent for teaching others. Her health careers teaching project, her Friday forum on septic shock, was a clear demonstration of her devotion to excellence. It was an awesome reminder for me as a nurse how fast you can get sick with that. And I just want to congratulate Tracy. We're sending her off to Oregon State Honors College as a biochemistry major.
And last but not least, Mr. Derek Yoshikani, Engineering Technology, Westview High School.
All right, I nominate Jared Breslin for Student of the Year Award because of his ability to apply what he learns in school to projects of his own. Jared completed all 3 of Westview's computer-aided design classes, both industrial arts classes, exploring engineering, and robotics. He's been working in a shop building projects since his freshman year. Jared has developed his skills in engineering over the course of his high school years. One of his most notable achievements is his involvement in his FRC robotics team. Jared has been a team member for 4 years, a leader for 3, and a team captain this past year. He has given over 1,000 hours to his team and helped many of his team members also develop their passions for engineering by leading the projects they work on. He designed the robots for his robotics team for both the 2014 and 2015 seasons. He also managed the production of each robot from start to finish. The 2015 robot won second place at 2 of its competitions, won a creativity award, and went to both the Pacific Northwest Regional and the World competition. His past school year in his shop classes, he also independently designed and built a rideable spider robot. This robot is his senior project and is the culmination of his engineering skills he acquired in school. It won Best in Show at Westview's Senior Project Showcase. Jared has shown diligence, determination, and a talent that emerged during his years here at Restview. Congratulations, Jared.
And now I have something special for you. Just watch this.
Oh, gosh. Awesome. Okay. Oh, I heard something. What did I do? What did I do? Okay, whatever. Keep going. It's out of synchronization now. Great. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? I invite you back with Dr. Teresa.
I am so impressed. Every time we do these awards nights, I'm just stunned with the achievements of our students. They are amazing, and I am so glad that we have students like that that are going to be in charge of our futures. Thank you. Congratulations. And by the way, happy birthday, Jared. At this time, I'm proud to announce that we have Chris Chersell, the Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs here at PCC, who will be able to share some closing remarks with us. Chris is a strong supporter of CTE and helps to make sure that what we do in our region is serving students the best. And I'm very pleased to present Chris right now.
Thank you so much.
How can you follow that? I think I'm probably standing between you and NCIS New Orleans tonight, so I will make it short. I want to give the students a big round of applause. What an accomplishment. And to think that your lives have only just begun. So congratulations for your milestone. Make sure you revel in that and you celebrate that, and then you look next to your next steps in life, whatever that is. Career technical programs are very, very important for all students. You've learned communication, you've learned team building, you've learned troubleshooting, critical thinking skills, in some cases environmental responsibility. These are skills that you will take with you throughout your entire life. And whatever choices you make, whether you have found a vocation that you love, or you're still searching and maybe perhaps a vocation you don't really care about, that's okay. You have skills that will take you to the next step. We know that in the 21st century, these young people will have 4 or 5 careers, not jobs, but careers. And the greatest gift that our faculty can give to you is adaptive skills, helping you transition from one career to the next, from one crisis to the next, from one celebration to the next. And I hope that that is what you take away tonight with your accomplishments. I'd be remiss to not thank PacTech and Dual Credit here at PCC. Raise your hands, everybody, come on. Not many of us, but they really do awesome work in making sure that federal aid through the Perkins funding reaches the students, reaches the high schools, and we have those wonderful programs of studies that provide pathways to college and beyond for our students. I'd like to also recognize the teachers. I'm going to call you children because you're still children to me. You would have never made it with these people, without these people, so let's give them a big round of applause. Most often, they're in the classroom at 6 a.m. every morning, setting up the classroom to inspire you, and they certainly inspire us. I want to thank the school districts that support our teachers. Let's give them a big round of applause. We're always in the midst of looking for state funding, and it always seems like it's never enough, and our school districts do phenomenal work in taking what little bit of funding we get, kludging it together, and creating some very exciting opportunities for our students and their families. I also want to thank the industrial partners that we have. Please stand up, please. Come on, let me put pressure on you. Front row, center. There's 1, 2. Believe me, we rely on them every day at the high school level and at the college level to provide us advice as to what's going on out there and what do our students need to know tomorrow when they walk out on any given floor. And they also provide a great deal of support to our students in the way of scholarships, equipment, and everything. So I want to thank you. They are tireless. They are our colleagues, and we are so appreciative of them. Finally, I'd like to thank Aaron. Thank you for coming and inspiring me to maybe stop doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm starting to think, well, wait a minute, maybe. You know, the world is waiting for you. And do what you love, and go forth, and oh, the places you'll go. And you have the skills tonight, and it will only get better. And I just wish you the very best. And Aaron, thank you for reminding us that life is there to live, and to every day when you get up, there is something you live for. Tonight is one of those things for me. Friday night, our graduation, is another one of those things for me. My feet hit the floor every day of my life to see these kinds of things happen. So congratulations. Thank you to our mistress of ceremony. You were phenomenal in moving us all around the stage. We thank you for your time and your eloquence. Thank you, teachers, for showing up and saying such wonderful things about your students, and we know that it was from the heart. You made it sound that way. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank the parents sitting over here who accepted the award on behalf of their child, too. That's a sign of a good parent. When the child can't make it, you show up. What a great teamwork. Thank you. Have a great summer. Thank you.
Thank you all, and good night. Drive safely.